Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Ramo Rajamani Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Ramena Bihata Nishacharachamu Ramaya Tasmai Namaha. Ramannasti Parayanam Parataram Ramasya Dasosmyaham. Rame Chittalaya Sada Bhavatu Me Bho Rama Mamuddhara. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Satgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. First mantra, Ishavasya. Om Ishavasyamidagum sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagate tena tyaktena bhuñjithaha ma grudah kasya svidhanam. We were seeing the different meanings of the first mantra of Ishavasya. We saw there are three meanings of the word Isha, based on which three different understandings can be derived of this mantra. The first meaning of the word Isha was Shuddha Chaitanya, Turiya Brahma, which is Nirguna and Nirakara. Nirguna means devoid of any attributes or qualities. Nirakara means without any form. Same Nirguna Brahma, when it takes attributes of Maya Upadhi, three gunas have come, then it is called as Saguna. But still it is Nirakara only. Formless, it is unmanifest as though. By being unmanifest, it is showing all its different gunas. So this is called as Saguna Nirakara. Same Chaitanya, when it manifests in a particular form, takes avatara. That is called as Saguna Sakara. Goswamiji gave an example in Shiva Gita. He said, just like you have vapor, cool it down, it becomes water. Cool it down even further, it becomes ice. One thing alone appears as three. Like that, he says, you have Nirguna Nirakara, which is like that vapor. With Maya Upadhi, it becomes Saguna Nirakara, like that water. Then, if there is call by a devotee, Bhakta's Prarthana is there, then it becomes Saguna Sakara. And when we think, all three we should thoroughly analyze, all three we should thoroughly understand. Nirguna Nirakara also, Saguna Nirakara also, and Saguna Sakara also. So first meaning we had seen from the standpoint of Nirguna Nirakara. If we say Isha is Shuddha Chaitanya, then what is the instruction here? Or what is the statement of truth? Ishavasyam idagam jagat. Vasyam means covered. Idam refers to all of this jagat. Yat kincha jagatyam jagat. Whatever is there, whatever becomes object of sense organs, all of that is pervaded by consciousness. Pervaded by consciousness means consciousness is adhisthana. It is a substratum in which this prapancha is appearing. Don't give reality to prapancha also and consciousness also. When say there is world, then there is consciousness which is pervading the world. Not in that way. Although examples might be given like that. Two examples we saw, butter and milk. In the whole milk, there is butter pervading. Second example, I don't think I mentioned in the last class. Fire pervading firewood. Upanishads give two, there are several examples. These are the main ones. Fire is already present in that wood. It is pervading each and every part of that wood. What is needed is a procedure by which that fire becomes available to us. Like that, consciousness is pervading this entire creation. Jhoote hu satya jahi binu jane, jimi bhujanga minu raju pehchane. If you don't know this consciousness, what happens? Jhoote hu satya jahi. What is false appears to be true. In this jagat, which is nama rupa, which is really speaking mithya, if you don't know the substratum, world alone appears to be real. Jhoote hu satya jahi binu jane, jimi bhujanga binu raju pehchane. Just like if you don't recognize the rope, snake alone appears to be real. That alone looks to be absolute reality. Goswamiji says, inquire into this Isha. In Ramayana, the name of Isha is Rama. Okay. So if it is difficult to say, okay, think of it this way. Isha refers to Shuddha Chaitanya. Right? Can Shuddha Chaitanya be different from me, or is it me myself? Me myself. So if you say, Ishavasya idagam sarvam, consciousness pervades this whole creation. That is one way of looking at it. I should also be able to say, I pervade this whole creation. Because just now we said consciousness is me myself. That is a journey which is hard. Right? Because our I gets stuck in body. Our I gets stuck in mind. Brings all the finitude along with it. Therefore, to make that statement, I pervade this creation, or this creation appears in me, that becomes little challenging. That's why the other two interpretations are there. Isha word from three standpoints we see, right? But here it is referring to Shuddha Chaitanya. This knowledge I should bring. Whatever is there in this Jagat, starting from Ahankara to Brahmanda, several Brahmandas, all of that is an appearance in Chaitanya. Then what should I do after this knowledge? Tena tyaktena bhuñjitha. Even though we have heard, even though we have understood this to be a matter of fact, still adhyasa will keep coming. Means now and then we will think ourselves to be ahankara. Now and then we will think ourselves to be finite, jagat to be real. So whenever that happens, let go of Namarupa. Tena tyaktena bhunjitaha. Bhunjitaha means, Bhagavan Shankaracharya translates it as palayethaha. Means protect yourself, save yourself from samsara with the help of this knowledge. Sadhana Chatushtaya, if it is appropriate, then we can save ourselves from samsara only with this knowledge, without any other path. Tena tyaktena bhunjitaha. And what tyaga we have to do? One is nama rupa tyaga, or you say ajnana tyaga. Not holding on to anything, even this idea of renunciation. That is where we had seen the story of Chudala. where she says, let go of the pride of renunciation also, that will become our obstacle. Then there was another portion, you say, or the same topic elaborated in Kenopanishad. What we should let go of. Kenopanishad Rishi says to the student, let go of this pride of knowing Brahma. Yadi manyase suvedeti, dabhramevapi nunam. Pride in the sense, knowledge of Brahman is unlike knowledge of objects of the world. He says, after you have studied Vedanta, don't say, now I know Brahma. Yadi manyase suvedeti, dabhramevapi nunam, tvam vetta brahmano rupam. Yadasyatvam yadasya vedeshu athanum imamsamevate. If you think you know very well, that means you are including some conditioning in this Brahman. Fire did not say, I burnt very well. Because burning is nature of fire. Firewood can say, I got burnt very well. When there is some conditioning which you have brought, with respect to that conditioning, you are saying, I know it very well. That is also the meaning of this word, tena tyaktena. Let go of nama rupa, let go of all other abhimana, ajnanam, and also this notion that I am knower of Brahman. There is no knowership as ahankara involved over here. Tena tyaktena bhuñjitha ma grudaha kasya siddhanam. Indication of knowledge is true vairagya. If I say, I have woken up from dream, but constantly go about talking about dream, and also with this bhava that I want to accomplish something to that dream object, what will others say? Is you are not woken up. Like that, Lakshmanji tells Nishad Raj, Janiya jabahi jiva jaba jaga, jaba jaba bishaya bilasa biraga. Know a person to have woken up. Janiya jabahi jiva jaba jaga. Means when he has woken up to this truth, what is the indication? Jaba jaba vishaya bilasa viraga. He gets vairagya from enjoying sense objects. That is the indication of knowledge, indication of knowing something to be mithya. Just like that, silver doesn't look appealing. Silver on the shell doesn't look appealing to the one who has understood it is only shell. Like this, it is said that should be the nature of all different objects in this creation. Ma grudaha kasya siddhanam. To whom does mithya vastu belong to? What are we coveting if that thing is mithya? Whenever we see this kind of verses, we should keep getting cross connections to emphasize this point that the direction we are thinking, that is the right direction. Because these things are not one person's opinion. Right? If you are students of Advaita Vedanta, we should say where in other text this particular advice has been given. Tena tyaktena bhunjitaha ma grudaha kasya siddhanam, but from the standpoint of mithyatva. The text we are studying, Bhajagovindam only it is said. Ma kuru dhana jana yauvana garvam. Harati nimeshat kalaha sarvam. Don't be too proud about dhana, wealth. Jana, how many followers I have? Twitter, Facebook, a lot of followers. He says, Harati nimeshat kalaha sarvam. One thing is sufficient for everything to disappear. And Yauvana, our abilities because of physical body's capacity, which is very high in Yauvana. That pride is very high. There is none of these things have pride in. But the second line is interesting. What is the second line? Maya mayam idam akhilam buddhva. That is this. Tena tyaktena bhuñjitha, knowing it to be Maya. Means it is Mayika. Mayika means something which appears, but it's really not there. Maya mayam idam akhilam buddhva. Another reading is akhilam hitva also. Means knowing this to be Mayika, let go of it. Brahma padam tvam pravishaviditva. Enter into Brahma pada, which is the nature of Isha. Tena tyaktena bhunjitaha ma krudaha kasya svidhanam. Because what happens is, Jnana Marga, when we start, always they keep saying, let go of Nama Rupa, Jagat is an appearance, and so on. Sometimes a sadhaka feels afraid also, because such kind of thinking will always be in minority. Majority people will say, you are Jiva, Jagat is real, and you are going through different experiences. And Vedanta comes and says, you are not a Jiva, you are a Brahma. Jagat is not Satyam, it's an appearance. One Mahatma Ji, he would tell one story to say why we should not change our goal because something is difficult. He said there was an elderly person, farmer in one village, and he had 3 sons. A lot of hardships, financial difficulty, worked very hard, and gave a lot of good education to all the 3 sons. One son went on to be very, very successful. From village, he moved to the city, lived there, prospered a lot. One day he sent a note to his father. He said, Father, why don't you come here? He said, I'm okay here. Why do you want me to come to city? He said, no, you come at least once, you should visit us. So he comes, stays in the city. Everything is new for him. So his ticket also, father only booked. And elderly people, they are very, very judicious with spending. Even ticket, if they have to buy, they look for the most economical option. So he got one second-class ticket on both ways, unreserved compartment. While going, son did not notice, but while coming back, he saw, Father, why are you going in unreserved compartment? I'll get you another one. So he gets him a first-class ticket. Makes him sit inside on his way back, now going back to his village. Makes him sit inside. And then after all, Adara Atitya, son goes. Father alone is sitting inside first-class compartment. Now there is a lot of rush on the platform. People are going here, there, and they come, look at that first-class compartment, about to get inside, but say, oh, no, this is first class. Then they go away. Then other person comes, all this elderly person he is looking at they are coming, murmuring something and going away. Now, after many people do this, he starts feeling afraid. He says, I am the only one here. I don't know what they are saying and going. So he takes his bag, gets down, and in that rush he stands to get into that unreserved compartment. Then somebody comes and, no seat. Little bit of place is there, puts his bag, then sits like this. That Mahatma said, our story is like this. When we enter Jnana Marga, we suddenly start feeling, oh, everybody is, going some other way. I don't know whether this is feasible or not. I don't know if this is the absolute truth or not. Let me go in that other rush. I said, why? If Upanishads are saying something, stay there. Sthiri bhava. And put forth effort to own up this. So that is the first meaning of the word Isha. from Nirguna Nirakara standpoint. Now, second meaning. What is the second meaning? Saguna Nirakara. Saguna Nirakara. That same Chaitanya, when it takes on Maya Upadhi, is called Saguna Nirakara Brahma. Once there was a Q&A session with Gurudev, and there was a youngster who came and said, Gurudev, all you are teaching is good, and I have Shraddha in you also. But one thing I want to tell you. I said, what is it? I don't believe in God. I don't believe in God. Gurudev's answer to him was, which God? Which God don't you believe in? He said, the one who brings about all this destruction, that God I don't believe. Gurudev said, my dear, in this room, there is not one atheist, there are two. Means such kind of God, even I don't believe. Means his point was, if you have concluded about nature of God, and you believe or don't believe, or if you have concluded about your opinion that you are believing or you are not believing, why don't you think about nature of God first? In particular, if you don't believe in God, let us inquire what is Vedanta telling about nature of God. Having understood that, you can make your decision. So if you have to understand the second meaning of the word Isha, Saguna Nirakara, you will have to reflect a little bit about nature of Bhagavan. Before we discuss the nature of Bhagavan, the Purva Paksha comes and says, why do you need Bhagavan first? Why do you need Ishvara? Okay, if you have attended Upanishad, many points will be from there. So if you keep revising, it will become our way of thinking. That is the whole point. Recap, cross connection. All these points you have seen before, starting from the camp that we had in Thanksgiving, right? What was it? Fundamentals of Vedanta. There also we had covered these points. Several other texts you must have covered. It's all put in one place now. What is our question? Why do we need Ishvara? Purva Paksha is asking. If we have Shraddha, this discussion will deepen that Shraddha. It is not at conflict. Faith and thinking, they are never at conflict. Otherwise, what kind of result has faith brought us? If it stops us from thinking, Jnana Badhaka it has become. So bhakti should become Jnana Sadhaka. Okay, everybody ready? 3 layers we will see. 3 points why we need presence of Ishvara. First one is, wherever there is a creation, that creation must have a creator. Wherever there is a creation, that creation must have a creator. Yad yat krutakam. Yad yat krutakam tat sakartrukam. Yad yat krutakam means whatever is a creation, whatever is an effect, that creation should have a creator. Tat tat sakartrukam. Example. You see, you take any example. If you see a beautiful painting, what is the first question that we have? Who painted it? It is that there was one father, had his own views, strong opinions. He said, all this Bhagwan and all I don't believe in. Everything has just come about like this. So one day when he went home, somebody had come, his friend's friend had come and they had done a painting. Father asked, who did this painting? All family members started asking each other, who did it? Who did it? Nobody knew who did it. I said, no, none of you know who did this painting? It's in our house and you don't know? Means anybody can come and go. The boy said, Father, why are you getting so worried? Somebody must have done it, or it must have gotten created by itself. So who do you think I am? You say anything, I will accept those things. See, this whole creation you are saying is random. And you are unable to accept that this painting is without a creator. In Upanishad, we had seen Akbar and Birbal story also. Akbar also had the same doubt. Why do you need a creator? Birbal cleared off his rose garden, one half. Next day, Akbar asked what happened. He said they must have fallen off by themselves or gone for a walk, all these roses. He said, no, such a thing has happened. It should have somebody who has done it. Like that, this creation is also a kruti. So whatever is created, it should have a creator. Now, if you say, I don't believe in it, you see, you cannot just make that statement and run away. You will have to make a pratigna. What will be your pratigna? Whatever is creation does not have creator. And if you want to refute it, that is how you have to refute it. Whatever is created, that thing does not have a creator. Then you give reason. Then you give example. Over here, statement was made, an example was given, reason was given. Okay. So that we will not find. Even if you find, that will be called as kutarka. What did Bhagwan say in Sadhana Panchakam? Shruti matas tarkono sandhiyatam. If Upanishads are telling about Ishvara, use your logic to establish presence of Ishvara. This is the first one, huh? What was the main point? Why do we need Ishvara? Because the second meaning of the word Isha is Saguna Nirakara, whom we call as Bhagwan. But before you start thinking about it, first question itself is, why do we need Ishvara? So first reason under that was, whatever is created needs to have a creator. So creation I am seeing. So this creation must have somebody who must have painted it. जिसकी रचना इतनी सुंदर, वह कितना सुंदर होगा. This is a refrain in Ramcharitmanas. They sing, one whose creation is so beautiful, how beautiful must be the creator. Now the second reason, wherever there is niyamanam. Niyamanam means systematic order. Wherever there is niyamanam, there has to be niyanta. Niyanta means controller, ordainer. Wherever there is niyamanam, that niyamanam has to have niyanta. See, all these points have been taken from different places. If they become clear in our intellect, in our mind, it will open up many things about devotion for us. Wherever there is niyamanam, systematic order, there has to be niyanta. And that niyanta cannot be another inert thing. Anything which is planned has to be always done by a sentient entity. Simple example is, you see all these chairs are arranged. Or you saw yesterday all the chairs were on this side. Today suddenly they are arranged like this. You say, how did this chair get arranged? No, all the chairs decided they will come and line up next to each other. You say, no, it needs a sentient principle which has thought about it and arranged it. In school also, if students are standing straight line, all of them, Bal Vihar class, Everybody is quiet. Means what? Teacher is there. The moment niyanta goes away, all the order is in chaos. But see, this also has a beautiful devotional aspect. Bhagwan says one should learn the art of seeing his vibhuti in every part of creation. Means looking at how this niyamanam is happening in our own life and in creation. You look at this human body only. So many things are there already, which will remind us of this fact that there is a niyanta of this human body also. We think we are controlling this body. You must be familiar with the word circadian rhythm, right? They call it rhythm. Circadian cycle also they say, but they say circadian rhythm. Means at what time sleep should come, what time I should be at the peak of my efficiency, what time I should be alert. He said Bhagwan has already kept that clock inside. We mess it up because we stray away from that. At night we'll be awake, daytime we want to sleep. Means through gunas, all our bodily functions are controlled. In class, if tamoguna comes, no matter how hard you try, no matter. By the way, there are different techniques, okay, of staying awake. You can pinch yourself hard also. That is to bring from tamoguna to rajoguna. These are all Gurukula techniques. Because you can't get up and teacher is sitting in front. You can't sleep also. That's why a lot of verses are also asked in between. Means half verse is given, you complete the other half. Means you can't afford to be asleep. Right? So niyamanam through circadian rhythm. Just looking at how Bhagwan is controlling this whole thing over here. If we go away from it, then we start inventing all new terms. Sleep debt. It's a term on the NIH website. If you are cutting back on this sleep schedule, you accrue sleep debt. But main point is to see how Bhagwan is doing niyamanam. See, another thing is, even if you look at the outer layer, the skin, you see what kind of a material Bhagwan has kept. Constantly body is growing, but this outer layer automatically adapts to that growth also. Not only grows, replenishes while it is growing. Self-replenishing and self-flexible. You think about any other material which is this way. Means if this kind of niyamanam is happening, it has to be some sentient principle which is doing it. Even food that we eat, food is very simple while making or eating. What happens after? How the nutrition part is separated, how the gross part is rejected, and how that subtle part becomes our thoughts. So who is doing all this? Point is, wherever we can see niyamanam, there we should remember niyanta. This is one form of upasana. How to turn attention towards the Lord. Look at those places wherever there is systematic order and remember that no other jiva is doing this. The one who is doing this systematic thing is my Bhagavan. So this is at Veshti level, individual level. Now look at Samashti, totality. Children, they study 3 cycles, right? Water cycle, carbon cycle, and nitrogen cycle. Science ecosystem book, This is the syllabus I was told. Means if you just look at each of those cycles, we will get reminded of Bhagwan. Salty water which is there in the ocean, Surya Bhagwan is heating it up. And that water, Mahatma Ji would say, without any vehicle, sits on clouds, then comes over, showers over here. You would say this is pollution-free transportation. That water which got collected there came here, and that same water is nourishing everything here. Whatever has to go underground, it is going there. Whatever has to go to rivers is going there. Whatever has to go back, that is also happening. Science will tell us how it is happening. But why it is happening? So that is the part of Ishvara Vishayaka Chintanam. Thinking about nature of Bhagavan. So Vyashti and Samashti, both places we see Niyamanam. Niyamanam means there is some kind of cosmic law which is governing. The one who is ordaining this law, that is our Bhagavan, whom Goswamiji called as Shruti Setu Palaka, Ram Tuma Jagadisa Maya Janaki. Means you are the one who makes sure that none of these laws are transgressed. And the same Upanishad will come and say, Bhishasmat Vatav Pavate. The wind blows out of fear of the same Lord. Meaning, for giving karma phalas to different jivas, different things in this creation, they function. So wherever there is niyanta, wherever there is niyamanam, there is niyanta. This is the second reason. What was the first one? Wherever there is creation, there has to be a creator. Yat yat krutakam, tat sakartrukam. Second is, wherever there is niyamanam, or wherever there is niyamanam, there is niyanta. Third one is what we have seen in Kenopanishad. What is that? You say, look at your own life. Look at your own life and then see how experiences are coming to me. If you want to put the title first, you can say, Karma Phala always needs Karma Phala Data. That is the third topic. Karma Phala always needs Karma Phala Data. Just like you had, whatever is created needs a creator. Wherever there is niyamanam, there should be niyanta. Third thing is, wherever there is Karma Phala, we are receiving Karma Phala, there has to be Karma Phala Data who is giving it. Karma Phalas we are receiving, there is no question. Karma Phala, in other words, you say experiences. I am receiving different experiences in life. In this, nobody has a doubt. But the question is, can these Karma Phalas come to me independently? Can these Karma Phalas come to me independently? Or do we need somebody who is a Karma Phala Data who will give me or who is giving me these results? First option is, you say, why do we need Karma Phala Data? Why can't karma itself give the result? So Kenopanishad, we saw this elaborately. That karma cannot give the result by itself because karma ends right after that action is done. Let us say there are two people. One person does a Vedic ritual. Darshapurna Masa Homa he does. And second person is there, same time goes and commits a theft. Two people doing two different actions. Now the yajna action also ended right after the action was completed. Stealing action also ended right after that action was completed. Now, result will not come right at that moment. Result of that yajna and result of stealing will not come right there. It will come after a time lag. How can that karma, which was already gone, finished and gone, come back to give results at a later point, at a different place and different time? So it cannot happen that way. There has to be Karma Phala Data who is giving these results. That is why Gurudev's answer was very apt. What did the boy say? I don't believe in the God who has caused all this destruction. And Gurudev said, I also don't believe in such God. Because Bhagwan doesn't give karma phalas out of his own fancy, out of his own likes and dislikes. He doesn't say, okay, today I will give this karma phala to this person. Somebody has to go through flat tire. He said, just suddenly he gave flat tire to this person. So no, there is a karma which is preceding it. Based upon that, he will give karma phala. Bhagwan Shankaracharya says, Ishwaraha tu parjanyavad drashtavyaha. Bhagwan is somebody who is like rain. If you sow tamarind seed, if you sow chili seed, and if you sow mango seed, tamarind, chili, and mango, rain will nourish all three. The rasa in that tamarind is that water only, rain only. Rasa means the taste. The water component has come from that rain. In the chili also has come from the rain. And mango rasa also has come from the rain. But you say, why is that tamarind sour? Why is the chili spicy? Why is the mango sweet? Jo jasa karahi, so tasa phala chakha. Whatever seed we have sown, that result is gained. But the one who accomplished that, one who makes sure that results will come to that doer, that is Bhagwan, who is Karma Phala Data. Okay. Then what was the other option? Kenopanishad. If karma is not going to give karma phala, why can't Karta himself decide karma phalas? Why can't the doer? Bhagavan gave two reasons there. He said this, Karta is ignorant. He himself doesn't know which karma phala has to come through which karma. Not only of his karma phala, every other karma phala also has to take care. If somebody is very nice to somebody else, it is very hard to know whose karma phala is what. Is it the recipient's karma phala to be receiving this goodness? Or is it this person's karma phala to give that goodness? He said, don't worry about this too much. Bhagwan will take care. We should just do our part. Jo jasa karai, so tasa phala chaka. So he said, Karta cannot decide result of action. Karta is ignorant. And if he could decide, he will never choose unfavorable results. That would be wonderful, right? Contest election, the day you sign in or you turn in your papers, you know what is going to be the result. Imagine the chaos that could happen. Everybody deciding results for themselves, whole creation will be out of order. See, Bhagwan, whatever he does, that is a perfect arrangement. You know that story, right, of one person who went to a village and he also read this portion. Somebody said, do upasana on glory of Bhagwan, vibhuti upasana. But his mind was worked in opposite direction. He saw the creation, everything he saw in creation, he found a fault with it. First, he found a watermelon, so big, but the thing supporting it was a tiny creeper. And mango, so small, such a big branch. But Bhagwan, your creation, see how you have mixed up things. Watermelon is so big, having such a thin creeper. Mango is so small, such a big tree, and so many things. While he was thinking this, mango falls on his head. Suddenly he realizes, Bhagwan, your creation, everything is in the right place. I don't have to change anything. I just have to see your glory in and through this creation. Okay, so this is the third one where it is said why Bhagwan has to be there as Karma Phala Data. Means in our life, time and again we see we are receivers of results, not choosers. Whatever plan we are doing for, let us say, next 1 month, 1 year, how many things can we conclusively say, this is how it will happen? Result I want, right? Some kind of a result. If I say I am the chooser of my result, how many things can we say, this is how it is going to happen? We will do our part. And whatever Bhagwan gives, that is our prasada. And while doing actions, we are contributors, not controllers. Okay. In Upanishad, we had seen this part also. Mahakarta is Bhagwan only. The one who is really doing actions. Devotee says, I am your instrument. The one who is wielding this action is you, Bhagwan. Okay, second meaning of the word Isha was Saguna Nirakara. Before we started thinking about nature of Ishvara, the question was, why do we need Ishvara? 3 reasons we saw. Wherever there is creation, it should have creator. Wherever there is niyamanam, it should have niyanta. Wherever there is karma phala, there should be karma phala data. With this in mind, now we can think about what is nature of Ishvara. Before we start thinking about nature of something, we should know whether that thing is there or not. Once this is established, he says, look at the nature of this karma phala data. How should his nature be such that he becomes karma phala data? This is where Vedanta Sara indicators of Ishvara were given. Sarvajñatva. If he has to give karma phala, he should know first which karma phala should go to whom. Like a judge, if he has to decide something on a case, he should know all the rules. He should know who has done what. Ignorant person cannot be, or ignorant person cannot do justice. So that karma phala data has to be sarvajña. One who knows everything, each and every experience in my life is happening under his watchful eyes. Sarvajña. Sarveshwara. Sarveshwara, another word is Sarvashaktiman. Means his power is such, if he gives karma phala, jiva has to accept. Nobody can say no when Bhagwan gives karma phala. That is the second nature, Sarveshwaratva. And Sarva Niyanta he is. He is the one who is controlling this whole creation. Then you can add more things also, no? Whatever we have seen earlier, Antaryami, everything you will add. You know why we are discussing this point, right? Because this whole first verse, first mantra of Ishavasya has to open up with this standpoint now. In the first meaning, we opened it up with Isha as Shuddha Chaitanya. If you take Isha as Saguna Nirakara, then appreciating what is the nature of Isha. Sarvajñatva, Sarveshwaratva, Sarvaniyantritva. With such kind of an Isha, with such kind of Bhagwan, cover this whole world. Ishavasyam idagam sarvam. Means look upon Bhagwan's prabhava, his power, pervading over this whole creation. Yat kincha jagatyam jagat. There is nothing in this world which is not under the control of Bhagwan, which is not under the watchful eyes of the Lord. Just like you keep a lamp, the glow of that lamp pervades the whole room. Like that, Bhagwan's prabhava pervades this whole world. Ishavasyam idagam sarvam. If there is a powerful king, no matter where you go in the kingdom, his prabhava is felt based on the order, everything that is kept in that kingdom. King might be somewhere. Here also, the prabhava of Bhagwan is felt in every part of this creation, and devotee tries to see it is in his own life. That is his way of looking at it. He tries to see this prabhava in his own life. Tena tyaktena bhuñjitha. With this understanding, do tyaga of all erroneous notions. First erroneous notion is, I am the controller of my life. Another erroneous notion is, I control somebody else's life. Give up all that false notion. The controller, real controller is Bhagwan only. And whatever things we have, in those things don't have swamitva buddhi. Tena tyaktena bhunjitaha ma grudaha kasya sviddhanam. Ma gruda means don't hold on to things which are there with you also. Why do we say this? Because devotee always feels all of this belongs to Bhagwan. Like how Kevat felt. The first thing he greets Bhagwan Rama with is, Bhagwan, all the sampatti that I have belongs to you. Along with my family, I am your dasa. That is the meaning of this line. Tena tyaktena bhunjitaha. Ma grudaha kasya sviddhanam. Means whatever bhaga is there, all bhaga belongs to Bhagavan. Bhaga means any kind of prosperity, either at intellectual level. Really speaking, all of that has come from Bhagwan only. The beauty of this is, with this understanding, in spite of that thing being there, this person will not be bound. This person will not be bound. I had heard one interview of one musician. All of you know him, A.R. Rahman. He got success at a very young age. Lot of awards. And he made one sentence which was very interesting. He said, it is said, when God wants to destroy somebody, he gives them lot of wealth and lot of power. And he said, that thing was ringing in my head. If this has come, I should know how to deal with it. Means if I have power, all directors are after me. And lot of fame also, prosperity also. He said, with this bhavana, I compose my music for the Lord. Even in his Grammy speech, he spoke about the same thing. Right? He said, I had two choices. I'm blanking on the exact statement. He said, but I chose the path of love. Means offering it to my Bhagwan, I composed this. The point is, when we see the technical meaning of it, it should translate into how that thing should be practiced. If we say there is prabhava of the Lord, based on that prabhava, based on that strength, one should be able to let go of anxiety in one's own life. Do tyaga of anxiety. If you take the meaning of the word Isha as Saguna Nirakara, how will that second line open up? That's what we are trying to see. One Mahatmaji would say, if a farmer sows a seed, once he has sown the seed, watered it, given the right fertilizer, whether he gets anxious or not, that seed will still sprout. If that farmer is always worried about, I don't know what is going to happen, this and that, his anxiety has nothing to do with what is going to happen to that seed. It says like that, why are you so concerned about what is going to happen hereafter? As long as seed is sown and right care has been done, the rest of the thing, leaving it unto Bhagavan. I came across a nice verse in our Shiva Mahimna Stotram. You can go later and take a look. This is the 20th verse. We chant it here, so it will appeal to us more. Pushpadanta Acharya, he is saying, Kratau supte jagrat tvamasi phala yoge kratumatam. Bhagwan, you are the one who makes sure that right jiva, right karma phala comes to the right jiva. Kratau supte jagrat tvamasi phala yoge krutimatam. Phala yoga means joining the phala to the karta. That is what you do. Vakarama pradhvastam phalati purusharadhanamate. He says, if we don't have this faith in any of our action, that Bhagwan is here to take care of this karma phala, he says all of those actions, really speaking, don't give the right results. Means we'll always have a doubt, oh, I am doing this, but I don't know what is going to happen of this action. Atastvam sampreksha kratushu phaladanam pratibhuvam. Looking at the nature of Lord to be this way, all astikas who are there, they get inspired to walk on the path of dharma. Shrutau shraddham buddhva druda parikara karmasu janah. This is because Bhagwan's nature is like this. Everybody is inspired to do good actions, because all good actions don't give results right away. But the bhava is, Bhagwan is Karma Phala Data. He will take care of this Phala Yoga. With that, give up pride, give up anxiety. Tena tyaktena. Tyaktena means give up pride. Bhuñjitha. Protect yourself by the prabhava of the Lord. Ma grudaha kasya swithanam. All of this really belongs to Bhagwan himself. Means the one who, yesterday also we saw this, right? One who sees Bhagwan as creation. For him, whole creation is his guru. Whatever Bhagwan has to tell us, mind is very, very pure. He will tell as inner conscience. But one who knows the same Lord to be outside, same teaching will come from the world also. It can come from a child. It can come from a co-worker. It can come from any family member. All of that, this devotee feels, this is my Bhagwan telling me something. Avadhuta had 24 gurus, but for this sadhaka, whole creation is his guru. With that bhava, he protects himself. Two meanings done, Nirguna Nirakara and Saguna Nirakara. One more is there, Saguna Sakara. That we will see in the next session. Then we will enter Bhashya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om. I'm glad all of you, or many of you, have turned your cameras on. I have it right here. So it's very nice to get this feedback also. Hari Om. everyone. Hari Om.